Good morning, everyone. My name is Victor, and welcome to my YouTube channel. I am Bored. In today's video, we're in someplace new. I haven't been here before. My dad just dropped me off at a random spot and said, "Yo, take that path. It's magical." I'm only about like 100 meters in on the path, and it's already looking pretty nice to me. So the goal of today's video is not just to go on this nice new walking route, but I'm also going to pick some fresh Rowan berries if I find some. And since you guys liked my rosehip video, I'm going to try making Rowan berry tea. Which I'm not sure even exists, but I'm gonna try. And the reason for that is that I got curious last night and I decided to Google it, but I couldn't find a recipe. It just sent me straight to recipes for Rowan berry jelly and Rowan berry like jam and stuff like that. But I'm going to make tea out of it, which I imagine is just the same process as making the rosehip tea, and perhaps even the same process as making Rowan berry lemonade, just that you don't sweeten it. And here is our first handful of Rowan berries. Now, after I pick them off, there's still some there, but I'm gonna leave them. This branch is swaying in a very interesting way, and if you look at it, goes up like that, and then up there, then you can see that, like, here's the branch, oops, and it attaches to that tree that is growing behind another tree. I'm very happy that nature always comes up with a way to surprise me. I'm definitely looking forward to walking along these paths in spring and summer, because I see a lot of vegetation that is a great sign that there are blueberries and lingonberries and mushrooms and everything growing here. There's none at the moment, and today's goal isn't to find any mushrooms, so I'm not leaving the path for now, especially since I don't know anything about the path. The path is actually leading down to the water here, so we're gonna see what that looks like. Oh, there's a little beach here, if you can call it that. But we haven't found Rowan berries yet, so let's continue on our walk. Some of you might be thinking, why isn't he just using the Rowan berries he's got at home? Well, the answer to that is quite simple, is that I want to try making the tea with fresh Rowan berries, because sometimes you're gonna need that and you don't have them readily preserved, and also because they're still drying, so I'm still trying out the preserving process of drying for the Rowan berries. Not sure if it is a success yet. Oh, I absolutely love this path. This is magical, just as my dad said. Another beautiful inlet in the area that I didn't know about. I'll certainly be coming here more often. And right next to me, I have Rowan berries. I've already picked some, but there's going to be some trial and error that I probably won't show in the video, because then we'll have a 2-hour long video, but I need a little bit more than this. Maybe this times 2. Now I think that this is going to be more than enough, so I'm going to head back to the path and just start walking home. And in case you missed it, I put the timestamp for when the tea making starts earlier in the video, but I'll put it here as well for those of you that missed it, but it should come up pretty soon in the video anyway. I left the inlet over there. Now I've arrived at this cute little bridge with a very muddy little slide down to it that I certainly don't want to slip down and fall, but this is quite cozy and leads here to a more open area, and it seems like we're heading into the woods next. Well, I'm out here in the open now. This is quite nice too in its own way. There were some signs back there, but I couldn't really make any sense of them except for the one direction I was planning on going in anyway. But there was, for example, one sign that just said 200 meters, great view, and it just pointed out in the middle, just pointed out towards the middle of the woods. So like, okay, not today. I'm sorry. And once again into the woods with no real clue as to where I'm going. Amazing. Well, I've caught a glimpse of the road, so everything from here on is things you guys have already seen once or twice already in my videos, so I'm just gonna make it back to the kitchen and we'll film the rest of the video there. Time to make some tea. So, we made it back to the kitchen. I've already washed all the rowan berries and singled out the bad ones and all the twigs and insects and all that. So now all we really gotta do is rinse them again and then boil them and crush them and then put them in a cup through this little sieve. I'm just doing it this way because I actually haven't been able to find a recipe of rowan berry tea before online. So I'm guessing my way through, so to speak, and I think in the future I'm gonna try drying them and like actually grinding them into tea that you can put in like one of those little tea things. But for now, we will use the fresh ones. There we go. Then I'm just going to be using this against the sides and try to crush them a little bit. Now, rowan berries are very bitter on their own, even after first frost, but I'm hoping that the boiling process will help with that, and if not, we're just going to have to add some honey or something. Oh, and yeah, make sure to put a lid on, because you kind of want to boil them a little bit violently, but obviously you don't want to get rid of all the liquid. After boiling them for a while, you can kind of reduce the heat so you can get a better look of the color of the water and, you know, the consistency of the berries. At this point, the berries have become much mushier as well, so they're much easier to crush. Looking at this actually looks like it's about done. It even looks like it's thickening it up a little bit, so I'm gonna pour it in the teacup now. So here is the rowan berry tea, which actually looks quite similar to the roasted tea, although a bit darker. I'm gonna bring this to somewhere with less noise. So, I guess the last thing is that I'm gonna have to taste test this brand new concoction. I'm kind of nervous that it's gonna be really bitter, because the berries are. I'm hoping that some of that bitterness has boiled away, because I'm not too excited about adding like honey or sugar into this right now. The initial taste is good, but then the bitterness hits you. Not nearly as good as the rosehip tea, but a bit thicker in a sense. Nevertheless, if you do find yourself in the situation where you can't exactly get tea, I think this would be a good substitute, especially if you have just about anything to sweeten it with. I'm doing a lot of awkward angles today. Oh, great lord of weight loss, please forgive me. Come on, baby. Hopefully that will improve the taste. Well, the conclusion to that is that adding a bit of honey definitely got rid of some of the bitterness, but I don't taste the honey itself. But if you're not like me and you actually don't care about like what you put in your tea and your coffee and stuff like that, just add, enough sugar and it will eventually work out. But anyways, thank you so much for watching. If you did end up liking this video, make sure to like and subscribe. It really, really helps me out. And comment any suggestions for future projects or homemade teas or anything that you might have for me to help me fight my boredom. Peace.